In midlife, life often brings unexpected changes. Children growing up and leaving home, careers reaching new heights or shifting directions, and sometimes facing health challenges or personal loss. In the face of this upheaval, Stoic philosophy offers invaluable lessons on how to maintain calm and balance. In this video, we'll explore timeless Stoic quotes together. I hope these insights will be helpful for you as you navigate life's uncertainties. But before we start, make sure you hit the subscribe button below so you don't miss out on our latest content. 1. The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it. Marcus Aurelius, one of the prominent Stoic philosophers, emphasized an undeniable truth. Change is a constant and unavoidable part of life. This universe, along with everything in it, is in a perpetual state of flux. We are merely small pieces in that grand flow, and resisting change is a futile endeavor. However, Marcus also pointed out that while we cannot control the universe's changes, we can control one critical factor: our own thoughts. This means that while the external world may be in constant turmoil, whether it's personal events, career shifts, or relationship changes, you still have the power to choose how you respond. The key lies not in controlling external factors, but in managing your thoughts, emotions, and perspectives. That is the true empowerment of every individual. In reality, when facing changes in midlife, remember that change is inevitable. But instead of viewing it as a threat, see it as an opportunity for growth. Your mindset can transform difficult moments into opportunities for strength and maturation. Consider every event as a lesson rather than an obstacle. A helpful approach for you could be cognitive reframing. When confronted with change, instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask yourself, "What can I learn from this?" Or, "How can this make me better?" For instance, if you've just experienced a setback like a job change or the end of a relationship, take a moment to reflect. How can I use this change to improve myself? Thinking this way not only helps you manage your emotions, but also turns adversity into opportunity. When viewed wisely, change is not an enemy. It is the natural flow of the universe, and our role is to learn how to swim with the current rather than be swept away. Positive thoughts can not only help you adapt to change, but also transform challenges into the foundation for building a better, new life. Remember, the way you think about life determines its quality. Life is a series of continuous changes, and Stoic wisdom guides us to adjust our thoughts to turn those upheavals into a path leading to peace and lasting growth. 2. It is not the things themselves that disturb people, but their judgments about these things. Here, Epictetus presents one of the foundational principles of Stoicism. It's not the events themselves that cause distress, but rather our judgments about them. This fundamentally changes how we perceive the world. According to Epictetus, the issue is not the event, but our response to it. Imagine facing a significant life change, such as a stalled career or a shift in a personal relationship. If you see it as a disaster, your feelings will undoubtedly reflect that judgment: anxiety, stress, even despair. However, if you view the same situation as an opportunity to learn, grow, or change direction, you'll feel calmer and more prepared to face the challenge. To live a balanced life without being overly affected by external events, you need to learn to separate yourself from your natural emotional reactions and view situations with rationality. This requires self-discipline and maintaining clarity when confronted with unexpected events. Whenever you encounter a disruptive situation, pause and ask yourself, is my judgment about this situation accurate? Am I exaggerating the issue? Practice this technique daily with minor incidents to build a habit that prepares you for bigger challenges. For example, If a work project is delayed or fails, instead of feeling defeated and worrying about the consequences, analyze the situation clearly. What really happened? What can I do to improve the situation? The key here is that you have absolute power over how you perceive and evaluate everything. This brings freedom. No event can inherently create pain or joy unless you allow it to impact you. Remember, your judgments will determine your feelings. Instead of letting life's fluctuations control you, take charge of your responses. When you change your perspective, your entire world will shift accordingly. Viewing everything with a positive and rational mindset will help you not only navigate through disruptions, but also achieve inner peace amid life's storms. 3. Whatever can happen at any time can happen today. Seneca, a highly influential Stoic philosopher, reminds us of an important principle about life's unpredictability. Anything that can happen in the future can happen right now. This idea not only highlights the fragility of life, but also encourages us to live with acceptance and readiness for surprises. As we enter adulthood, especially during midlife, we often find ourselves facing sudden changes, from children moving away to career upheavals or even health issues. Seneca's philosophy reminds us that these are not surprises, but rather essential parts of life. Any change can occur at any moment, and instead of fearing it, we should prepare ourselves to embrace it. Don't waste time thinking, "That can't happen to me," or "That won't happen anytime soon." Instead, live with the awareness that anything could happen right now. This doesn't mean living in anxiety. It means living in readiness. When you're mentally prepared, you won't be shocked by unexpected events, and instead of panicking, you'll face them with calmness and acceptance. Practice this advice by training your mind for unexpected situations through negative visualization. Spend some time each day thinking about potential surprises that might occur, not to instill fear, but to mentally prepare yourself. For instance, imagine you might lose your job, or that a significant change could occur in your personal life. This practice not only helps you face reality, but also builds your resilience for when these events actually happen. Uncertainty is an unavoidable part of life, and accepting it makes you more flexible and resilient. Rather than avoiding difficulties, embrace them with calmness, understanding that anything can happen at any moment. Life is not something you can completely control, but you can control how you respond to it. This awareness will help you appreciate the present and embrace the future without letting anxiety cloud your enjoyment of life. When you realize that anything can happen today, you'll begin to live with more compassion, gratitude, and serenity amid life's ups and downs. 4. If you are pained by any external thing, it is not this thing that disturbs you, but your own judgment about it, and it is in your power to wipe out this judgment now. Marcus Aurelius points out a profound truth. External things cannot cause us pain on their own. Rather, it is our assessment of them that creates the turmoil. This idea reflects the mental and emotional self-control found in Stoic philosophy. We can't control the events that happen, but we can absolutely control how we respond to and think about them. In the context of facing significant changes like declining health, financial struggles, or strained relationships, it's easy to fall into feelings of insecurity and pain. However, according to Marcus, that pain doesn't stem from the events themselves, but from how we judge and think about them. If we adjust our perspective, the suffering will gradually dissipate. We encourage you to choose how you perceive and evaluate everything happening around you. Don't let events beyond your control throw you off balance or lead you astray. Focus on mastering your emotions and not allowing external circumstances to dictate your state of mind. Peace doesn't come from the circumstances, but from inner control. Whenever you encounter a challenging situation, ask yourself, is this event really what's causing me pain, or is it just my judgment about it? To practice this detachment, write down your events and feelings. Then, analyze whether those emotions genuinely stem from the event, or if they are just a result of how you are judging it. Learn to shift your assessments to maintain your peace. For example, if you're stressed about losing your job, instead of drowning in negative thoughts like, "I've failed," change your mindset to, "This is an opportunity for me to find a new direction that's better suited to me." Changing your viewpoint will help you better manage your emotions. The key is recognizing that nothing but yourself can truly control your emotions. Marcus Aurelius emphasizes that we have the power to choose how we react to everything. You can dismiss negative judgments right now and replace them with more constructive, positive assessments. This not only helps you navigate life's disruptions, but also builds a strong inner self that isn't easily shaken by turmoil. When you focus on controlling how you evaluate events, you'll discover that true strength lies in your hands, not in the circumstances. 5. Whatever happens at any time is endurable, and it is in your interest to endure it. This statement by Marcus Aurelius highlights an important aspect of Stoic philosophy. Anything that happens, no matter how difficult, is bearable. Marcus reminds us that we have the capacity to overcome any challenges, not because circumstances are easy, but because of the inner strength of humanity. Perseverance and the ability to endure life's challenges are key to survival and growth. In middle age, many face issues like job changes, relationship shifts, or health declines. Sometimes, these difficulties can make us feel helpless. But according to Stoic philosophy, everything is bearable. The key is that we must accept and handle it with patience and calmness. Trust that any challenge you encounter in life can be overcome because you have the strength to endure it. Instead of trying to escape or complain about the hardships, find ways to accept and face them. Endurance is not weakness. It is a manifestation of mental strength. Whenever you feel overwhelmed by a problem, remember that you have already overcome many challenges before. This will boost your confidence in your ability to endure. You can create a daily habit of journaling or reflecting on the times you successfully faced difficulties. View your current situations as new challenges that you can overcome. Additionally, focusing on deep breathing and meditation can help you maintain calm in stressful situations. These techniques not only alleviate stress, but also enhance your confidence in facing challenges. Life is always filled with obstacles, and instead of fearing them, understand that all can be endured. Remember that every hardship is an opportunity for you to practice patience and develop your mental strength. You have the capability to endure and overcome any challenge. Marcus Aurelius points out that this is not only possible, but also the best thing for you. Always remind yourself, I have overcome difficulties in the past, and I will continue to endure to overcome these challenges. This is not resignation, but an acceptance that your strength lies in facing and enduring what life brings. 6. Don't seek for everything to happen as you wish it would, but rather wish that everything happens as it actually will. Then your life will flow well. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus advises us to let go of the illusion that life will always unfold as we want. Instead of trying to control external events, it's better to accept them as they are. This is not passivity. It's a mindset adjustment to adapt to reality. When we let go of unrealistic expectations, life becomes lighter and less stressful. Middle-aged individuals often undergo many disruptions in life, from changes in family and career to health issues. If we continue to expect everything to go according to our plans, disappointment and suffering will only grow. Epictetus invites us to shift our perspective. Instead of expecting things to happen as we wish, learn to embrace life with acceptance and flexibility. Don't place too much expectation on controlling the events around you. Instead, focus on controlling your reactions to what happens. When you learn to accept that life will bring unexpected occurrences, you will feel less stressed and can respond more calmly to disruptions. Practice accepting reality by minimizing expectations and focusing on the present. When faced with an unexpected event, instead of immediately reacting negatively, remind yourself, "This is reality, and I will adapt to it." You can practice this through meditation or self-reflection exercises. Write down situations where you felt disappointed because things didn't go as planned, and then analyze how you could change your reaction to embrace the situation more calmly. For instance, if you are hoping for a promotion at work but get turned down, instead of feeling sad or angry, recognize that this is part of life and find ways to improve yourself or seek other opportunities. Accepting reality will prevent you from being trapped in unrealistic expectations. Stoicism reminds us that trying to control everything is a source of suffering. You can control yourself, but you cannot control life. Remember that everything happens for a reason, and sometimes accepting unwanted changes is the best way to find peace. Accepting reality doesn't mean giving up. It means finding harmony with life. When you let go of unrealistic expectations and learn to embrace everything as it is, you'll find life becomes lighter. Trust in your adaptability and understand that life will flow better when you don't cling tightly to personal expectations. 7. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. In this statement, Marcus Aurelius skillfully indicates that obstacles in life are not hindrances to moving forward. They actually serve as catalysts for action. This reflects a strong and positive perspective within Stoic philosophy, encouraging us to view challenges as opportunities for growth and development. In the context of middle age, this message becomes even more valuable when facing life's changes and disruptions. When confronted with instability, such as job changes, financial situations, or declining health, many might feel discouraged. However, Marcus Aurelius reminds us that these obstacles can become motivation for action, helping us develop patience, mental strength, and adaptability. By overcoming difficulties, we not only find our own path, but also uncover hidden abilities we previously didn't recognize. Embrace obstacles as a natural part of life, not as negative experiences. When faced with challenges, ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? Instead of being blocked, seek ways to overcome it and move forward. One effective way to practice this philosophy is to document the challenges you face and analyze each issue to find solutions. For example, if you're experiencing a crisis in your career, consider the skills you have and how you might apply them in a new context. Instead of blaming circumstances, focus on what you can do to improve the situation. Additionally, you might try employing the reverse method. Whenever you encounter an obstacle, imagine you are someone else looking at the problem from their perspective. This helps you gain a more objective view of the situation and discover solutions you hadn't previously considered. Always remember that each obstacle is also an opportunity to learn and grow. When you face difficulties, believe that it is a chance to cultivate resilience and uncover your inner strength. Believe in it and maintain your faith in your ability to overcome challenges. Turn obstacles into springboards on your path to personal growth. Life will never be perfect, but how you face unexpected disruptions will determine who you are. Keep your heart open to acceptance and take action, because everything along your journey can become a unique path.